in to CliffViews Online, hosted by George Davis, right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Wednesday, February 25, as we broadcast live from the Jamaica Pegasus, where Regency Petroleum Limited is officially launching QPR Pothole Filler, an innovative asphalt repair product designed to provide permanent solutions to Jamaicans' persistent road maintenance challenges. We all know potholes are a daily frustration, draining public resources and damaging vehicles across the island. QPR changes that story. It's the #1 asphalt repair product in the USA, now available in Jamaica. With ministerial endorsement, QPR aligns with government priorities for safer, more efficient infrastructure while supporting a proudly Jamaican-owned company leading innovation in the energy and construction sectors. So tune in to CliffViews Online, Wednesday, February 25 with George Davis, live from the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel for the official launch of QPR Pothole Filler. This broadcast is brought to you by Regency Petroleum Limited, fueling growth, building Jamaica.
Ready to tackle that building project? Start right. Start here at H&L Rapid True Value for building supplies. The time by H&L Rapid True Value is
Nationwide time, 5 o'clock.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, incisive, tough. This is Nationwide at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Robeanne Williams.
In Nationwide News at this hour, the Bank of Jamaica has positively revised its Hurricane Melissa projections.
The central bank believes the initial outlook on inflation may have been too grim.
Initial direct effect of Hurricane Melissa on inflation has been less severe than earlier projected.
Woman charged following incident which left another ablaze at a Westmoreland gas station.
Peaceful protest planned over the death of Melissa Silvera.
Calabar and Kingston College seeking to cool tensions as champ sneers.
In news from the rest of the world, Caribbean leaders gather for key summit to debate pressing issues in the region.
The U.S. to offer passport services in West Bank settlement for the first time.
In sports, Stephanie Taylor says West Indies women to finalize strategy after key team meeting.
And later in our broadcast, in the cover story at 5:35, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has lambasted civil society groups, saying they're berating the police force for financial gain.
When their families start being alluded to in public spaces, it becomes a problem. The people in Jamaica that justice all years must stop this. They are living off blood money.
NIA's Principal Director Dr. Gavin Maras will react.
In the nation's business at 6:25, the St. Andrews Central Police Division says it's taking measures to prevent a feud from escalating between students from Calabar High and Kingston College. We'll hear from the Director of Safety and Security in Schools unit in the Education Ministry.
At 7, it's the comment section with Shalois Michael and Mahiri Stewart. And this evening they're asking, did Dr. Horace Chang go too far in accusing JFJ of living off blood money? Give them your comments by logging on to the Facebook page Nationwide News Network and by tweeting them at Nationwide Radio. You can also message them on WhatsApp at 876-285-5693 or leave your comments on Instagram at Nationwide 90 FM.
And at 8, it's Prescription for Life with Dr. Andre McDonald.
All these and more as we take you home on air on your mobile Nationwide 90 FM, RevoNews.ai, and on the Revo News app. It's available on the Google Play and the App Store. This Tuesday afternoon, it's Tuesday, February 24, 2026.
The hour is brought to you by the KFC Value Menu. Grab a chicken box, famous bowl, small popcorn chicken, or crunch sandwich today with combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger licking good.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
And now to the details. The Bank of Jamaica, the BOJ, has positively revised its Hurricane Melissa projections as recovery efforts from the Category 5 system were more impactful than prior estimates. Central Bank Governor Richard Bowes gave an update on their expectations for economic growth and inflation during a quarterly media briefing on Tuesday. Both indicators are expected to improve at a faster rate than previously expected. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
When Hurricane Melissa swept through the western end of the island in October last year, the expectation was for the nation to be on a slow path to recovery for years to come. The BOJ expected consumer prices to rise and remain elevated for several years. Similarly, a return to economic growth was projected to be elusive for some time to come. Now, BOJ Governor Richard Biles says prior projections regarding inflation may have been too grim.
Since we last met in December, incoming macroeconomic data indicate that initial direct effect of Hurricane Melissa on inflation has been less severe than earlier projected. This is welcome for the country as a whole and a positive development, especially for vulnerable groups who suffer most from high and prolonged inflation. This outcome is partly the result of a faster than anticipated improvement in agricultural supplies. The bank's monetary policy response, which has led to a mild appreciation of the exchange rate, has also contributed to easing price pressures.
Beyond a faster than expected recovery in the agricultural sector, the BOJ is crediting the government's response to the hurricane and the quickened pace of restoration efforts, such as electricity and telecommunications.
This improved recovery outlook anticipates a faster rebound in agricultural activity and factors in a faster than initially anticipated recovery in electricity and telecommunication services. Turning to the balance of payments, the current account balance is expected to deteriorate over the midterm. This is largely underpinned by the negative impact of the hurricane on the tourism industry, as well as the increased level of importation needed for infrastructure rebuild and relief supplies. The deterioration in the current account, however, will be slowed by increased remittance inflows and insurance receipts.
It should be noted that the government provided the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, with a $150 million bridge loan in order to fast-track electricity restoration. In response to the new information, the BOJ felt comfortable in easing interest rates by 25 basis points. It's a move the central bank had not considered over the last 9 months due to inflationary fears. While there remains potential risks, the BOJ is also revising its growth expectations for the Jamaican economy. A positive GDP outturn is expected in the upcoming fiscal year.
For the financial year 2025-26, the bank anticipates a decline in real GDP in a range of -1% to -3%, a smaller contraction than our previous estimate. As the economy recovers, real GDP growth for financial year 26-27 is projected in a range of 1 to 3%. The bank now anticipates a full recovery in economic activity post-Hurricane Melissa in 2 to 3 years, faster than the previous estimate of 3 to 4 years.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Governor Biles says while the country's fiscal health was impacted by Hurricane Melissa, it remains resilient.
Notwithstanding the worsened balance of payments current account, Jamaica's international reserves remain robust, standing at a historical high level of US $6.8 billion at February 19, 2026, representing about 155.8% of the measure considered adequate.
Similarly, the country's banking system also remains robust.
The domestic financial system has been resilient in the aftermath of the hurricane. The deposit-taking institutions maintained capital adequacy ratios above the regulatory benchmark and reflected broad resilience in possible scenarios of market, credit, and liquidity risk shocks. While there has been a mild deterioration in DTI's asset quality, with a ratio of total non-performing loans to total loans increasing to 2.8% at the end of 2025 from 2.5% at the end of 2024, the ratio remains more than comfortable within the prudential benchmark of 10%.
Richard Biles, Governor of the Bank of Jamaica.
A female pump attendant has been charged with aggravated assault after allegedly setting a woman on fire in Westmoreland last Thursday. She's 30-year-old Colette Swaby of Old Road, Whithorn in the parish. Swaby was formally charged with assault occasioning bodily harm on Monday. The victim has been identified as 41-year-old Dacia Forrester. It's reported Forrester went to the service station where Swaby is employed and a confrontation ensued. It's further reported that the dispute escalated, during which Swaby doused the woman with a flammable substance. It's not clear at what point Forrester was set ablaze. Forrester was assisted by bystanders who extinguished the flames and transported her to hospital. She's still undergoing treatment. Swaby was subsequently arrested and taken into custody. A court date is currently being finalized. The Westmoreland Police say a case file is being prepared for submission to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for a ruling. A recording of the incident has since gone viral on social media. The JCF is urging persons not to share footage of violent incidents in which the involved parties are visibly injured.
Dean of Discipline at Calabar High, Knut Fagan, says the school is working closely with Kingston College to resolve tensions following a violent altercation that left one student hospitalized and another in custody. The matter was a topic of discussion during a stakeholder meeting held at the Halfway Tree Transport Center on Tuesday morning. Mahir Stewart has that story.
A violent confrontation on Tuesday, February 17, saw a Calabar student admitted to the hospital, while another from Kingston College was detained at the Metcalf Street Juvenile Detention Center. The injured Calabar student underwent surgery and is recovering. The details of the incident were revealed during a stakeholder meeting held by the St. Andrew Central Police Division. Members of staff of both schools were present, as well as police personnel and representatives of the Ministry of Education. Fears were expressed about what impact the incident could have as the ISA Boys and Girls Championships draw near. Speaking with Nationwide News after the meeting, Mr. Fagan says the altercation was a result of an ongoing dispute between specific students as opposed to one motivated by a broader conflict between the schools.
What happened on Tuesday of last week was not a school versus school incident. We are looking at a situation where individual students had their run-ins, and this was not a one-off incident. I was told there was some build-up to what happened on Tuesday, and the families unfortunately now have to be dealing with it. As institutions, we have to be interacting with our students. We have to be helping them to understand the facts versus misinformation that is going around.
The incident took place on the same day as an event on Calabar's campus. Due to this, Mr. Fagan says the students involved in the fight were skipping school.
That we can say to you was the case because it was a very interesting day, to say the least. Children were at school, they were actively engaged, and so when we got the call and learned of the incident, we could safely say to the police those boys either left school early or did not turn up on the compound. And since then we have confirmed that some of the boys who were involved did not turn up for school that day.
Mr. Fagan says both schools have been working together to resolve the matter.
We are proactive and we have been meeting with our students. We have been having discussions across the schools and just sensitizing them and counseling them, right? So we are hopeful at this point that we will be able to move forward without this escalating.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
A peaceful protest will be held in honor of Melissa Silvera's life at Emancipation Park in St. Andrew on Tuesday, March 3. The protest, which is being held by family and friends, will begin at 4 in the afternoon. It's understood the gathering is being organized to publicly reject the social norms and legislative gaps that continue to leave Jamaican women and girls vulnerable to gender-based violence. Melissa was found dead in November 2023. Her husband, Julian Silvera, was charged in January 2024 with murder and using a firearm to commit an offense in connection with the incident. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter in January this year. Silvera will be sentenced on March 6.
A Ministry of Defense has been formally established within the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness made the announcement in an advisory on Monday. He says previously the administrative oversight of the Jamaica Defence Force, JDF, was handled through the Ministry of National Security.
In our arrangement, the Minister of Defence is usually, but doesn't have to be, but usually it is the Minister who is the Prime Minister. But the affairs of the JDF are administered under national security. Now, the affairs of the Jamaica Defence Force are administered by a separate ministry, the Ministry of Defense, which now operates out of the Office of the Prime Minister. And of course, the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister is the Permanent Secretary in technically the Ministry of Defense.
Dr. Holness says the change was influenced by the passage of Hurricane Melissa. He adds that the change will improve unified decision-making between the JDF and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM.
We did it so that we could have a seamless management of Hurricane Melissa. It required us to have strategic and tactical coordination of all our resources to manage that event. And we also moved ODPEM into the Office of the Prime Minister. So both institutions are now coordinated in lockstep to ensure that we are able to deliver the services required both for relief, almost completed the recovery period, and now we are entering into the reconstruction period.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness.
You're listening to the news on Nationwide at 5. We'll have more after these.
Ran out of contact lenses? Buy a 6-month supply of contact lenses this month at IQ Optical and save 50% off the next 6-month supply. Conditions apply. The time by IQ Optical is...
It's 15 minutes after 5.
Termites, rodents, or birds infesting your home or office? Call Rentokil Initial, the pest expert, at 876-926-4236 for a free pest assessment island-wide. The temperature brought to you by Rentokil Initial is
26 degrees Celsius in Kingston and Montego Bay.
Need to make a change to your title or need a title? GeoLand Title Limited is the place to be. They do lost title application, add and remove names from titles, wills, estates, first-time registration, land surveys included, affordable rates and flexible payment options, National Land Agency adjudication and land titling waivers available. They have 8 locations island-wide. Call 876-754-6436 or visit their website at geolandonline.com. GeoLand Title Limited. Secure your land, secure your title.
Continuing the news. Jamaicans traveling to the United Kingdom who require a visa will be issued with a digital document starting February 25, 2026. This forms part of the UK government's broader efforts to modernize its systems. The introduction of e-visas is being done to make immigration services easier for travelers to access and manage. Approved visas will be securely linked to travelers' passports and stored digitally. This removes the need for physical visa stickers or paper documents. Jamaican travelers are being urged to get acquainted with the process and to ensure that e-visas are correctly linked to their passport before traveling. Meanwhile, Jamaican citizens who also hold British citizenship are being advised to travel to the United Kingdom using a valid British passport as of February 25th. This is to be done to avoid difficulties, including being denied boarding when traveling to the UK. British High Commissioner to Jamaica, Alicia Herbert, says the Commission remains committed to supporting travelers throughout this transition. An e-visa provides a secure digital record of a traveler's identity, immigration status, and conditions of stay, including permission to work or study where applicable.
A St. Anne woman is questioning reports claiming her brother died from 30 self-inflicted stab wounds while using the bathroom at a friend's house. Speaking on Cliff Hughes Online on Tuesday, the woman, Vivian Reed, says the version of events provided simply doesn't add up. She's demanding justice for her brother. Shalois Michael has that story.
Vivian Reed's account is based on what she was told by her brother's friend. She says her brother, 40-year-old Tyrone Reed, was a security guard at the Jamaica Inn Hotel in Ocho Rios. She says he was reportedly picked up by the friend close to 11 p.m. and was taken to the friend's home. While there, the friend's sister asked him to check on Tyrone as he was in the bathroom for quite some time. But she says what happened next was the beginning of the strangest story.
She really needed to use the bathroom, but my brother was in it. So he came and asked him to come out. By the time he turns around, my brother was just standing in front of the mirror, stabbing up himself in his neck with a silver knife. So my question was, what did you do when you saw your friend doing that? He said he was so shocked. He ran out of the house and then he came back in and my brother was still standing in front of the mirror, stabbing himself in his throat. And then he rushed out of the house again, went next door to call his neighbor who's a police officer.
Ms. Reed says she was told that both men sought to restrain her brother, but he developed a surge of energy, broke free from the restraint, returned to the bathroom, and continued stabbing himself. The police were called to the scene. But she says even that account was absurd.
When they came there, they didn't have any gloves. They had to put their hands in plastic bags. They were able to restrain my brother. And apparently he escaped from them again, rushed back into the bathroom, and started stabbing himself again.
Does your brother suffer from mental illness?
No, he does not. He does not drink, he does not smoke, he does not take anything like that. He was not on any medication.
Has there been any such behavior before?
No, sir.
Autopsy reports revealed Tyrone died from 30 stab wounds to the neck. The grieving sister believes her brother was murdered. She further questioned the circumstances surrounding the day of the post-mortem.
My brother was in a green striped shirt, and they said to us that the body cannot be viewed because he was in a body bag. It cannot be opened until the day of the autopsy. On the day of the autopsy, my brother did not have on that T-shirt. Also, he had a slight cut on his ring finger where there was a ring which was removed as well. The same sister was missing from the day my brother died.
You believe he was murdered?
Yes, he was murdered, definitely murdered.
Our news center reached out to the St. Anne Police and the area commander for the parish for a comment. Those efforts were futile. Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
World in a Minute is brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
The World in a Minute.
Caribbean leaders are gathering in St. Kitts and Nevis to debate pressing issues including the region's relationship with the United States government. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected to meet with Caribbean leaders on Wednesday as part of the 4-day regional summit. The meeting comes as CARICOM, a 15-member regional trade bloc, complains about tough U.S. policy decisions imposed on the region in the past year. The U.S. State Department has not said which officials Rubio would meet with on Wednesday, but it noted that he intends to discuss ways to promote regional security and stability, trade and economic growth in a group and bilateral meetings.
The U.S. says it will provide on-site passport services this week in a settlement in the West Bank. It marks the first time American consular officials have offered such services to settlers in the occupied territory. Most of the world considers Israel's West Bank settlements illegal under international law relating to military occupations, but Israel disputes that the settlements are illegal. In a post on X on Tuesday, the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem said that as part of efforts to reach all Americans abroad, consular officers will provide passport services on February 27. The number of dual American Israeli nationals living in the West Bank is estimated to be in the thousands. But the U.S. Embassy said it did not have data on the number of Americans living there.
World in a Minute was brought to you by ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC. Hose assembly and supply, equipping Jamaica for success.
And Charles O'Connor Consulting Network, COCN, driven by international accounting standards, modern technology, and integrity.
And in news just in, another suspect in the Denham Town shooting, which left a 3-year-old and his father dead, has turned himself in. He's 33-year-old Dwayne Bowen, otherwise known as Juby. To recap the top stories making nationwide news at this hour, the Bank of Jamaica has positively revised its Hurricane Melissa projections.
The central bank believes the initial outlook on inflation may have been too grim.
Initial direct effect of Hurricane Melissa on inflation has been less severe than earlier projected.
Woman charged following incident which left another blaze at a gas station.
peaceful protest planned the death of Melissa Silvera.
I'm Ricardo Brooks.
And I'm Robianne Williams.
Listeners, you can find the news on our website at rivernews.ai and on the River News app, available on the Google Play and the App Store. News next. The headlines at 6.
On your mark, get set. Go for the winnings, BK, 5K and relay day. We're in it. Burger King 5K and relay is back Sunday, March 8, 2026, Emancipation Park at 6:30 a.m. Register under your community, club, or company to help them win any one of the Burger King Crown Challenge with over $2 million in cash and prizes. Enough people are going. Plus T-shirt, free. Medal, free. BK sandwiches, free. While stocks last. Go to www.runningeventsja.com to register by March 4, 2026. Sponsored by Rainforest.
Every day, Jamaicans have something to say. In the group chats, on social media, in the streets, there's a place where it all comes together. The comment section. This is not a lecture. This is not a call-in show. This is the hottest topics of the day, filtered through real opinions, real WhatsApp messages, real voice notes, real reactions. You agree, disagree, sound off, text it, voice note it, debate it. Comments section, Monday to Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Good evening with your sports report, or good afternoon with your sports report. I am Alex Raby. We start with track and field as action in the 2026 Central Athletics Championships is reaching fever pitch as the 400 meters finals are set to start in just over 10 minutes from now. Earlier in the day, Edwin Allen went 1-2 in the final of the Class 1 Girls 100 meters as Alexi Henry stormed to victory in 11.97 seconds. Her teammate, Renecia Edwards, took silver in 12.30 seconds, and Rosalie Gilmore, a former technical, third in 12.47 seconds. In the Class 1 Boys 100 meters final, Raheem Allison of Clarendon College won in 10.88 seconds, with Romaria Finnegan of Edwin Allen second in 10.98, and Kenrick Aston of Edwin Allen third in 11.09. Meanwhile, St. Jago leads the boys standing after 15 of 40 finals with 101 points, followed by Edwin Allen and Manchester High on 89 and 46 points respectively. Over on the girls' side, Edwin Allen leads after 15 of 45 finals with 131 points, followed by Homer Technical 112 and Veer Technical 79. Now to cricket, as Stefani Taylor says, the West Indies women will finalise their game strategy following a crucial team meeting ahead of the third and final one-day international against Sri Lanka in Grenada on Wednesday. The Caribbean side completed their final training session on Tuesday, fine-tuning preparation as they look to avoid a serious sweep. The visitors currently hold a 2-0 lead in the three-match series. Taylor, the experienced all-rounder and former captain, says the team is clear about what needs to be done, but stressed that final tactical decisions will be confirmed collectively.
We have a meeting tonight, and as a group we're going to discuss where we went wrong, where we need to improve, and I think for tomorrow's game we just have to come out and give it our all. I thought in the second game, I thought the bowlers bowled really well to restrict them to that low total. The effort is going to be needed from all three aspects, from bowling, fielding, and batting. So it's just about putting all three of them together, and hopefully we come out on top.
Now, despite competitive moments in the first two matches, the West Indies have struggled to convert promising positions into match-winning results. Taylor believes one of the key areas for improvement is capitalizing on strong starts with the bat.
In the middle there, we know that Campbell, myself, and Chin have to try and take the team as deep as possible. I thought Glasgow did really well to try and get us over the line, but she just ran out of partners. So I think as a batting group, we really need to regroup and come strong for tomorrow's game.
Stefani Taylor. No former South African captain Faf du Plessis believed the secret to the West Indies' success thus far in the ongoing ICC T20 World Cup was elevating Shimron Hetmyer to the number 3 position. Hetmyer, who led the team past Zimbabwe with his swashbuckling 85, has so far cracked 17 sixes, equaling Nicholas Pooran's record for most sixes at the T20 World Cup.
We spoke about him coming in at number 3 and putting intent back on the bowler straight away. And he went bang, bang in his first 2 balls, boundary, and you could just sense he's on today. And the way that he played, extreme power, which we expect from someone like Hetmyer, but precision in the way that he was placing balls past backward point there. When a batter is playing like that, and you can just see he's standing still and he's just reacting. He's just going in slow-mo and he's just dishing. Wherever the ball's coming from, he's reacting to it. So it was a beautiful masterclass for batting.
Faf du Plessis. And finally, in lacrosse, a dramatic comeback defined preliminary round action in the Jamaica Lacrosse Association High School League Under 15 Division on the weekend as St. George's College and Wolmer's boys battled to an exciting 5-5 draw. More in this report.
In control after racing to a 3-goal advantage, but the Light Blues showed resilience and a determination to claw their way back and secure a share of the points. The spirited rally set the stage for a highly anticipated rematch when the two schools meet again in Saturday's final. Head coach of St. George's College, Malik Fletcher, says the team used the encounter as a key tune-up ahead of the championship decider.
We're going to win. We're not asking, we're going to win because I trust these boys. These boys are growing. They're working on their skills, they're working on their craft, they're working on how they play. So I believe that they can win, I believe that they should win.
In under-19 action, it was a commanding display from Kingston College, who blanked Calabar High 15-0. Jamaica College secured a 5-3 win over Wolmer's, while St. George's College produced another dominant performance, defeating St. Catherine High School 13-1. The semi-final lineup is now set, with Kingston College, St. George's College, Jamaica College, and Wolmer's advancing to Saturday's crucial matchups. On the under-19 girls' side, Wolmer's delivered an impressive showing, defeating Immaculate Conception High School 11-4 to cap off a strong weekend for the program. Alric Swaby reporting for Nationwide Sports.
Okay, and that's all the time we have for sports. Join us again at 6:05 this evening for a comprehensive sports report. I'm Alric Swaby. That's your sports.
For all your custom framing, printing, graphic design, and purchase of art, Make It Frame Art Jamaica Limited, serving you for over 40 years. The time by Frame Art Jamaica is
5:31.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Tune in to CliffViews Online, hosted by George Davis, right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Wednesday, February 25, as we broadcast live from the Jamaica Pegasus, where Regency Petroleum Limited is officially launching QPR Pothole Filler, an innovative asphalt repair product designed to provide permanent solutions to Jamaicans' persistent road maintenance challenges. We all know potholes are a daily frustration, draining public resources and damaging vehicles across the island. QPR changes that story. It's the #1 asphalt repair product in the USA, now available in Jamaica. With ministerial endorsement, QPR aligns with government priorities for safer, more efficient infrastructure while supporting a proudly Jamaican-owned company leading innovation in the energy and construction sectors. So tune in to CliffViews Online, Wednesday, February 25 with George Davis, live from the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel for the official launch of QPR Pothole Filler. This broadcast is brought to you by Regency Petroleum Limited, fueling growth, building Jamaica.
Every day, Jamaicans have something to say. In the group chats, on social media, in the streets, there's a place where it all comes together. The comment section. This is not a lecture. This is not a call-in show. This is the hottest topics of the day, filtered through real opinions, real WhatsApp messages, real voice notes, real reactions. You agree, disagree, sound off, text it, voice note it, debate it. Comments section, Monday to Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton, weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Wake up, Jamaica.
It's another glorious day on Nationwide this morning. From your 6 a.m. alarm to the news at 6. Coming up in the news at 6 to me telling you what's on my mind.
To more news at 7 a.m. Coming up in the news at 7. And then the biggest issues dissected, interrogated and discussed on the front page. Nationwide this morning fires you up and sets you right for the remainder of the day.
And there's much more until 9 a.m. Want to know which roads to avoid on your morning commute?
Time now for Street Smarts 2 with Lotto McLean.
Listen to Street Smart.
Want to hear more about things happening at the community level outside the bustling corporate area? Listen to Across Jamaica.
George, it's someone's birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
And that someone will hear a special greeting every morning via the Birthday Club.
Nationwide this morning on the revolution in media.
It's coffee, tea, and everything else.
For those who want an energetic,
rip-roaring start to their day.
You may have been hearing the teasers. Now it's official. Beginning Monday, February 9, 2026, Nationwide News Network launches something special. The Nationwide Family Club, exclusively on Patreon.
With the Family Club, members get early access to our documentaries before anyone else. Some of your favorite segments, including Cliff Says, What's on My Mind, Cover Story, and others will now be a click away inside the Family Club. There are 3 tiers of membership. First, Bronze, the Family Insider, behind-the-scenes access, Monday motivational videos, members-only chats, and on-air birthdays and anniversary shoutouts.
Second, Silver, Nationwide VIP. Breaking news alerts, exclusive documentaries, quizzes, personal milestones celebrated on air, and weekly family roll call mentions. Oh, and for our biggest supporters,
our gold category, elite listener, full archive access, early releases, private studio tours, live show experiences, personalized birthday videos, and exclusive live streams. From historic election coverage to lifetime, impact, Jamaican milestones, and rare archive content. This is Nationwide like you've never seen it before. The Nationwide Family Club, coming to you February 9, 2026 on Patreon.
Join the family, support Nationwide 90 FM, the station that informs, entertains, and educates. Visit patreon.com/Nationwide News Network. That's patreon.com/Nationwide News Network. Nationwide Family Club, where you are family, because we see you as family.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining me here on Nationwide at 5. I'm Ricardo Brooks, and it's time for the cover story. Now, 2 senior cabinet ministers have launched broadsides against one against the Jamaica Gleaner and one against civil society organizations. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz issued a statement Tuesday morning that was prompted by the Gleaner's article titled Golding Seeks Probe into $1.4 billion school bus deal. The newspaper reported that opposition leader Mark Golding had written in July 2025 to 3 of the country's anti-corruption bodies requesting an investigation into the Transport Ministry's procurement of 110 used school buses brought in from the United States. Now, the Transport Minister, in an interview on Nationwide this morning, alleged that the newspaper had been on a coordinated push to undermine the government.
Not only in relation to the school bus, but many other. And I just need to remind you and ask the listeners to look at who is it that has been on a campaign to destroy Andrew Holness. Where do those articles come from every week in, week out, during election, before election, and after election?
Darrell Vaz there, the Transport Minister, he says he plans to expose what he claims is a coordinated attempt to undermine the Holness government. For his part, the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, accused civil society organizations of living off blood money. In an interview on Nationwide this morning, yesterday, he name-dropped Jamaicans for Justice several times. He was reacting to the advocacy of civil society organizations, saying that they consistently undermine the work of the police force for financial gain. Dr. Chang argued that the consistent broadsides against the police from the groups was selfish and unfair.
There was what I consider a broadside, an unjust, selfish, and cruel broadside against police officers because they weren't using cameras.
By whom?
It was designed by various people in the community. There were the Jamaicans for Justice, others who claim their right to life, some of the pastors who claim they know more about policing than police, and it was given a highlight in some section of the media.
Dr. Horace Chang there, the National Security Minister, he says the civil society groups are criticizing the police for their own benefit.
When the police are praying the murderers, if one gets shot, the police is a murderer. That kind of discussion must be discontinued. I have to raise it because it's a young Jamaican's right, committed to justice and right, whose commitment to fair play is being questioned. And they will have the strength and the training to withstand it when their families start being alluded to in public spaces. It becomes a problem. The people in Jamaica for justice and other areas must stop this. They are living off blood money.
Dr. Horace Chang. We're now being joined by the Principal Director of National Integrity Action, NIA, Dr. Gavin Mars, for a reaction. Dr. Mars, thank you so much for joining me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Let's start with the Security Minister. Were you surprised?
I don't know if surprise puts it in perspective good enough. I frankly don't understand what is happening, and I am still confused as to, one, where it is coming from, and two, what is the aim of it. I think the commentary was unfortunate and inconsistent with the partnership and collaborative approach that we have been having. And then beyond that, I think we're losing the plot. If we're building Jamaica together and we're all citizens of Jamaica, we all have a constitutional right to both seek information, to share information, and to speak up on things. So anyone who is saying that doing that is dangerous, I'm questioning what is it dangerous to, and whom is it that is asking for it to be dangerous. So I'm really confused.
Yeah. Let me ask the question this way, as I've heard it put, that a lot of the times the civil society groups posture in a way and their advocacy is done in a way that makes things worse than they appear, because in so doing they're able to secure the funding of international donors to pursue whatever projects are being proposed. Is that true?
Well, I don't know of anyone else, but I am very certain that what the work that we have been doing, and I say we here, because civil society is a broad group that is collaborating and working together, and we work in partnership. So it's critical to point out something here. Most of the funding that has come into Jamaica and the development space come from the same spaces. You're talking about the United Nations, you're talking about the European Union, you're talking about FCDO, you're talking about former USAID, now the US government. All of these things, both the government and civil society get funding to do things around certain priorities. And these priorities are national priorities. So if you're saying that the national priorities are not good, then that's an issue. But I'm very certain that we, as Jamaicans, have recognized that crime and violence is an issue. And along with crime and violence, the other issue, is anti-corruption and integrity in public office. And asking for our civil society partners, asking of them something that the government isn't doing is rather strange. I know we're doing well as a society and as a community, and I know we have championed this. but I'm saying that we are part of the solution. So anybody who attempts to attack us, I think I don't know what is happening there.
But in saying you're part of the solution, would you agree or would you deny the criticism that there's a posture that says everything government does is wrong or not being done well, and therefore that gives the impression of being anti-government, or in this case, as the security minister is suggesting, anti-police?
Well, for me, first and foremost, I believe that if I elect you and if I am paying your salary, so I'm saying both the executive and the general government, I am saying that, one, that we're expecting a certain, follow the constitution. We're expecting a certain, follow the rules. We're expecting a certain thing from you because you're government. There is no association of gunmen for me to talk to. There's no association of thieves for me to talk to. I'm expecting you not to behave like a gunman. I'm not saying that you are, and I'm just saying that I'm expecting that the type of behavior and conversation that we are asking and we're holding you to account for is the one that we hold everyone to. Is the one that everyone should be held to. You are held to account because you are the government, you are the state, you are the ones with the inordinate power, you are the ones who have the power, and we should hold you accountable. If we don't, who can we hold accountable?
Two questions after the break. Stay with me. Dr. Gavin Myers, the Principal Director of NIA.
Order Pizza Hut online at pizzahutjamaica.com or through WhatsApp at 876-837-4488. Pizza Hut, now that's delivery. The time by Pizza Hut is
15 minutes to 6.
KFC, my mind studying. Right now I'm thinking chicken, famous bowl, chicken box combo and popcorn chicken. KFC on my mind, it's on my brain. Great flavor, great taste, like every day. Give me that prize.
The KFC value menu always has you thinking chicken. Get the chicken box combo for just $680, or get the famous bowl combo for $620, or popcorn chicken combo for $630. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Attention restaurants, caterers, and hotels. This Saturday, February 28, DFL Importers Limited hosts a massive yard sale at 71 Malines Road, Kingston from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Enjoy unbeatable bargains on porcelain plates, wine glasses, towels, disposables, and a wide range of hospitality essentials. Save big and elevate your service with quality products at incredible prices. It's one day only. Arrive early and don't miss this chance to grab amazing deals.
Need to make a change to your title or need a title? Geoland Title Limited is the place to be. They do lost title application, add and remove names from titles, wills, estates, first-time registration, land surveys included, affordable rates and flexible payment options, National Land Agency adjudication and land titling waivers available. They have 8 locations island-wide. Call 876-754-6436 or visit their website at geolandonline.com. Geoland Title Limited. Secure your land, secure your title.
Back with you on Nationwide at 5. It's the cover story. I'm Ricardo Brooks. 2 ministers in 2 days, one taking aim at civil society groups, accusing Jamaicans for Justice of living off blood money, the other taking aim at the media, specifically the Jamaica Gleaner, accusing it of being part of a cabal that is intent on taking down the government. Principal Director of NIA, Dr. Gavin Myers, is with me. Let me go back to the point of how government operates, and you asked the question, who holds the government accountable. But Jamaicans, a lot of Jamaicans say, but who do you speak on behalf of? And the problem, let me finish. And the problem they have is that, look, the advocacy always seems to be suggesting that you speak on behalf of a lot of people, when in truth, we lost him. Oh, Dr. Gavin Myers is with me, the Principal Director of National Integrity Action, reacting to 2 broadsides from 2 senior cabinet ministers. One yesterday, the Deputy Prime Minister and Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, and this morning, the Transport Minister, Darrell Vaz. We're trying to reconnect with him. The accusation from Dr. Chang, JFJ, and Dr. Maz?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, back with me. So, right. So the allegation goes something like, but you don't speak on behalf of the majority of Jamaican people, and still you posture as if you do. And so they say, why? Why?
So, two things on that, and maybe the first is that in a free and fair and clear democracy, people, citizens, general citizens have a right to speak. That's the first.
Yeah.
And second, which is also very important, is that groups, whether they're civil society of any sort, the church, the business community, different ones, have groups that they speak on, their own groupings. But beyond that, these points that we're making in a democracy allows us to speak. And if there is someone who is trying to say that we do not have the right to speak, they're incorrect. And Jamaicans have, since 1838 and before that.
But is it a matter of not having the right to speak, or is it a matter of asking you to be fair and balanced as best you can? Yeah.
No, the point of fair and balance is this. You're asking, and this is the case, if the state, if somebody who is in power is asking us to be fair and balanced, who is the one who makes the balance? We're the ones who are saying to you that this went away from the rules, that this is breaching the rules, that this one is going this way, and you're saying to me that is not fair. No, that is incorrect. I'm saying to you this is incorrect. If you're going to say to me you're presenting a different argument, that's okay, but you cannot expect us to, one, be silent, or two, hold our disagreement because you don't like it. No one who is doing wrong has ever liked being told that they're doing wrong. That's the first.
And so the assumption there is that when you speak, the government is in fact doing wrong.
The assumption is, if we say something, we are asking you to follow whether it is built on the facts and if the facts carry through. I'm saying that civil society, and we're speaking here, and I'm speaking generally on this, if civil society says this is the point that we're raising, argue with us on that.
Yeah.
Argue with us and say to us that, look here, you made this assumption, or you made this point, you're incorrect, or we did this. Do not do the ad hominem responses or attacks. Do not use those hyperbolic or those bombastic words. Use actual clear statements that you did this and you're incorrect there. No, having us in some way, putting us in a position that some people are cowering in fear, there are persons who now have to get armed security because of statements that are being said, is incorrect and wrong. It's an open democracy that people have a right to participate in.
What do you say to those who say you don't split justice fairly? That you
I
see,
don't know what to split.
And let me finish the question. That you see everything wrong with the government, but then when there might be something requiring speaking up that affects the opposition, there's silence. Because you know there are some who say that. National Integrity Action and civil society, it would be very difficult, and I'm using the words clear here, it would be very difficult to say to someone that is out of power, that is not in power, to say that they are, one, breaching a rule that is based upon governing. So, and I'm going to use, you're using the point about the People's National Party. If the People's National Party breach a rule, they breach a rule. But if the government, if the government is doing something wrong, they should be called out. This trying to say the whataboutism is absolutely incorrect. If you're in government, you're in government. I have no recollection of at any point where the people who are here speaking haven't spoken out on things that are wrong, regardless of who is speaking. It is important that we look at that. You speak out and you call out things. So am I hearing you correct then that you don't think the civil society groups have any function to play in holding the opposition to account? Did I misunderstand that?
If the opposition has done something, they should be called out.
But the criticism is that when something seems amiss, there is not that calling out in the same consistent way that there is for the government, which is why I'm saying that the allegations that you don't split the justice evenly or fairly.
That the government, and I'm trying to be as understanding as possible.
And by that you mean the executive?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. So the executive, right? The executive, it does something, and it gets called out. And the response here is that why we aren't focused on the opposition. If the executive of the country is doing something, asking me why I'm not focused on the opposition is, I don't know if out of place is the right word. I'm not sure.
But if something at the same, let's say for argument's sake, something's happening at the same time, and it's in the public domain, and it's been in the public domain for a while, and there's silence, and then as soon as there's a misstep from the government, there's a comment, but there was silence when there was a similar misstep or a misstep of any kind from the opposition. Are you saying that in that instance you don't think you have a duty or responsibility to speak on that?
I am saying that, and if we look at it always,
you are saying that.
No, sorry.
Sorry, I did. Oh, because I thought that's what you said.
I'm saying that as I was going to.
Oh, to say what you were saying. Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah. When we're speaking about integrity in the public office, everybody who is in the public office should feel like we are speaking to them, of them, and about them. That's the first.
Okay.
The second thing is, at any point when someone and anyone else is creating an agenda to say, okay, how come they haven't spoken about this? How come they haven't spoken about that? I think they are more trying to muddy waters rather than asking us clearly what is our position on things. Because oftentimes, and this is me speaking from Gavin's point of view, oftentimes people have asked me, what if they said on something? When if they had done a cursory, they would realize A, that I'd said something already, or B, that it's not within the remit of what the National Integrity Action or Gavin speaks on. So there's that bad face type of approach that happens sometimes. And it's kind of hurtful, and it distracts from the work that we're trying to do. Because we're not trying to gotcha anybody. We're trying to say Jamaica needs better, and Jamaica deserves better, and we need to work together.
Okay, so could there be...
Nobody's wrong with that. You don't wrong me on that.
No, but could there be any truth then to the perception, and sometimes, perception becomes reality, that the way the advocacy comes across, it feels like there's an attempt at gotcha? Would you accept that that is possible?
So perceptions are created by people, right? So, if I deliver something to you and how you perceive it comes off a certain way, that's on you as much as possible. My goal and my role in this is actually, one, to be clear about what it is I'm saying, two, to tell you how it is constructed, and three, on top of that, is to reiterate that, look here, what we're aiming to is to build a better Jamaica. But what you find out, and this is most important than this, we're in a perception environment where certain actors have felt, first and foremost, that there should be no response, or anyone should speak after their phone or speak about what they've said, which is very difficult.
So essentially then the government ministers are just thin-skinned. There's no truth to
I
their...
have not called a government minister thin-skinned.
No, but you seem to be saying that you think the gentleman doth protest too much.
What I'm clear on is this, that at no point any one of us should actually cower in fear to be called that we're using blood money when they get funding from the same source that the government gets funding from. That's one. And then two, that someone shouldn't give us the right to speak up, because we have that. So I'm clear that Jamaicans generally have the right to speak up, and civil society speak up as part of the general public. So we have that. But I'm also very clear to say that when people do this, it has impact. When the state, when government, when ministers want to say that something is wrong, they have the right to say it. But we also have a right to say this is wrong too. And attempting to either force us to cower or to tell us that we cannot speak, it's wrong.
How would you assess the state of the relationship between civil society, broadly speaking, now, and the government?
I would, no, this is me speaking from National Integrity Action has worked in partnership with the government on different things. Within the Ministry of National Security, we do trainings, we do workshops, we have very great relationship within the Ministry of National Security and this has been under every Minister of National Security, including the present one. We have also worked with different ministers. We have worked in partnership because we are part of the broader civil society. We are on the Partnership Council. We're working in different working groups. We offer relationship building both in Jamaica, in the diaspora, and with other groupings. So we have great relationships there. Another thing I should point out, our advocacy in terms of people-to-people support is critical in reaching certain groups that feel underserved or the state has yet to reach. In fact, during Hurricane Melissa, we can speak about this, that civil society was one of the first people to reach in every community. So we are partners there. We are great partners.
Should Dr. Chang apologize?
Dr. Chang should know what he has said. Dr. Chang should know what he has said is not in good faith, and he should do the right thing.
And what is that?
He should apologize. He should accept that whatever was happening, it was out of sync and out of place.
Dr. Gavin Myers, thank you. I appreciate your time as always.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, have a good one. Dr. Gavin Myers, the Principal Director of National Integrity Action. That's all the time I have for the cover story. The headlines are next.
The hour was brought to you by the KFC Value Menu. Grab a chicken box, famous bowl, small popcorn chicken, or crunch sandwich today with combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The time brought to you by Guardian Life. Live secure, live easy is
a minute after 6.
Nationwide headlines at 6.
Good evening with the headlines at 6. I'm Norige Banton. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ has positively revised its Hurricane Melissa projections as recovery efforts from the Category 5 system were more impactful than prior estimates. Central Bank Governor Richard Bowles gave an update on their expectations for economic growth and inflation during a quarterly media briefing on Tuesday. Both indicators are expected to improve at a faster rate than previously expected. The BOJ expected consumer prices to rise and remain elevated for several years. Similarly, a return to economic growth was projected to be elusive for some time to come. Now, BOJ Governor Richard Bowles says prior projections regarding inflation may have been too grim.
Since we last met in December, incoming macroeconomic data indicate that initial direct effect of Hurricane Melissa on inflation has been less severe than earlier projected. This is welcome for the country as a whole and a positive development, especially for vulnerable groups who suffer most from high and prolonged inflation. This outcome is partly the result of a faster than anticipated improvement in agricultural supplies. The bank's monetary policy response, which has led to a mild appreciation of the exchange rate, has also contributed to easing price pressures.
Beyond a faster than expected recovery in the agricultural sector, the BOJ is crediting the government's response to the hurricane and the quickened pace of restoration efforts such as electricity and telecommunications.
This improved recovery outlook anticipates a faster rebound in agricultural activity and factors in a faster than initially anticipated recovery in electricity and telecommunication services. Turning to the balance of payments, the current account balance is expected to deteriorate over the midterm. This is largely underpinned by the negative impact of the hurricane on the tourism industry, as well as the increased level of importation needed for infrastructure rebuild and relief supplies. The deterioration in the current account, however, will be slowed by increased remittance inflows and insurance receipts.
Richard Biles, BOJ Governor. A female pump attendant has been charged with aggravated assault after allegedly setting a woman on fire in Westmoreland last Thursday. She's 30-year-old Colette Swaby of Old Road, Whithorn in the parish. Swaby was formally charged with assault occasioning bodily harm on Monday. The victim has been identified as 41-year-old Dacia Forrester. It's reported Forrester went to the service station where Swaby is employed and a confrontation ensued. It's further reported that the dispute escalated, during which Swaby doused the woman with a flammable substance. It's not clear at what point Forrester was set ablaze. Forrester was assisted by bystanders who extinguished the flames and transported her to hospital. She's still undergoing treatment. Swaby was subsequently arrested and taken into custody. A court date is currently being finalized. The Dean of Discipline at Calabar High, Canute Fagan, says the school is working closely with Kingston College to resolve tensions following a violent altercation that left one student hospitalized and another in custody. The matter was a topic of discussion during a stakeholder meeting held at the Halfway Tree Transport Center on Tuesday morning. A violent confrontation on Tuesday, February 17, saw a Calabar student admitted to the hospital, while another from Kingston College was detained at the Metcalf Street Juvenile Detention Center. The injured Calabar student underwent surgery and is recovering. The details of the incident were revealed during a stakeholder meeting held by the St. Andrew Central Police Division. Speaking with Nationwide News after the meeting, Mr. Fagan says the altercation was a result of an ongoing dispute between specific students as opposed to one motivated by a broader conflict between the schools.
What happened on Tuesday of last week was not a school versus school incident. We are looking at a situation where individual students had their run-ins, and this was not a one-off incident. I was told there was some build-up to what happened on Tuesday, and the families unfortunately now have to be dealing with it. As institutions, we have to be interacting with our students. We have to be helping them to understand the facts versus misinformation that is going around.
The incident took place on the same day an event was held on Calabar's campus. Due to this, Mr. Fagan says the students involved in the fight were skipping school.
That we can say to you was the case because it was a very interesting day, to say the least. Children were at school, they were actively engaged, and so when we got the call and learned of the incident, we could safely say to the police those boys either left school early or did not turn up on the compound. And since then we have confirmed that some of the boys who were involved did not turn up for school that day.
Canute Fagan, Dean of Discipline at Calabar High. A peaceful protest will be held in honor of Melissa Silvera's life at Emancipation Park in Kingston on Tuesday, March 3. The protest, which is being held by family and friends, will begin at 4 in the afternoon. It's understood the gathering is being organized to publicly reject the social norms and legislative gaps that continue to leave Jamaican women and girls vulnerable to gender-based violence. Melissa was found dead in November 2023. Her husband, Julian Silvera, was charged in January 2024 with murder and using a firearm to commit an offense in connection with the incident. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter in January of this year. Silvera will be sentenced on March 6. Those were the headlines at 6. I'm Nora Gay Banton. Sports is next.
On your mark, get set. Go for the winnings, BK, 5K and relay day. We're in it.
Burger King 5K and relay is back Sunday, March 8, 2026, Emancipation Park at 6:30 a.m. Register under your community, club, or company to help them win any one of the Burger King Crown Challenge with over $2 million in cash and prizes. Enough people are going. Plus T-shirt, free. Medal, free. BK sandwiches, free. While stocks last. Go to www.runningeventsja.com to register by March 4, 2026. Sponsored by Rainforest.
Every day, Jamaicans have something to say. In the group chats, on social media, in the streets, there's a place where it all comes together. The comment section. This is not a lecture. This is not a call-in show. This is the hottest topics of the day, filtered through real opinions, real WhatsApp messages, real voice notes, real reactions. You agree, disagree, sound off, text it, voice note it, debate it. Comments section, Monday to Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
The news cycle doesn't end on Friday. It needs perspective. That's why every Sunday at midday, Nationwide 90 FM presents The Week That Was. A clear, informed review of the top stories that shaped the past week, what really mattered and what lies ahead. No noise, no theatrics, just analysis, context, and clarity. The Week That Was. Sundays at 12 p.m. Understand the news before the week begins. Only on Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
We love showing you the fun side of Jamaica. New places, good food, real vibes, and pure adventure.
Sweet Jamaica, we not left ya.
If you enjoy exploring with us, come closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Good evening, welcome to your evening sports report. I'm Oreen Buchanan. We both things off with some cricket news as Stephanie Taylor says the West Indies women will finalize their game strategy following a crucial team meeting ahead of the third and final one-day international against Sri Lanka in Grenada on Wednesday. The Caribbean side completed their final training session on Tuesday, fine-tuning preparations as they look to avoid a series sweep. The visitors currently hold a 2-0 lead in the three-match series. And Taylor, the experienced all-rounder and former captain, says the team is clear about what needs to be done, but stressed that final tactical decisions will be confirmed collectively.
We have a meeting tonight, and as a group we're going to discuss where we went wrong, where we need to improve, and I think for tomorrow's game we just have to come out and give it our all. I thought in the second game I thought the bowlers bowled really well to restrict them to that low total. The effort's going to be needed from all three aspects, from bowling, fielding, and batting. So it's just about putting all three of them together, and hopefully we come out on top.
Despite competitive moments in the first two matches, the West Indies have struggled to convert promising positions into match-winning results. Taylor believes one of the key areas for improvement is capitalizing on strong starts with the bat.
In the middle there, we know that Campbell, myself, and Chin have to try and take the team as deep as possible. I thought Glasgow did really well to try and get us over the line, but she just ran out of partners. So I think as a batting group, we really need to regroup and come strong for tomorrow's game.
Stephanie Taylor, sticking with cricket news, as former South Africa captain Francois Faf du Plessis believes the secret to West Indies' success thus far in the ongoing ICC T20 World Cup was elevating Shimron Hettiette-Meyer to the number 3 position. Hettiette-Meyer, who led the team past Zimbabwe with his swashbuckling 85, has so far cracked 17 sixes, equaling Nicholas Pooran's record for most sixes at a T20 World Cup.
We spoke about him coming in at number 3 and putting intent back on the bowler straight away. And he went bang, bang in his first 2 balls, boundary, and you could just sense he's on today. And the way that he played, extreme power, which we expect from someone like Hetmar, but precision in the way that he was placing balls past backward point there. When a batter is playing like that, and you can just see he's standing still and he's just reacting. He's just going in slow-mo and he's just dishing. Wherever the ball's coming from, he's reacting to it. So it was a beautiful masterclass for batting.
Du Plessis added that Hetmar has a swagger and confidence about his game that is seeping to the other players in the team.
His confidence, right? He's batting with so much confidence, and when you're that confident, you're free to make just decisions of just hitting the ball wherever you want to. First ball, flick it over mid-wicket, and you have a guy that's the opposite side of the spectrum. He's thinking first ball, just get through this, don't get out. So he's just on such a wave at the moment, the way that he's batting.
Faf du Plessis, West Indies will be in action on Thursday when they clash with the Proteas, South Africa. Match time is set for 4:30 a.m. Jamaica time. Now, legendary cricket umpire Steve Buckner believes the decision review system DRS has had more positive than negative in assisting with the growth of the sport. Buckner, who was the first umpire to officiate in over 100 test matches, also stood as the on-field umpire in 5 World Cup tournaments, inclusive of 5 finals.
It has made the game better. Definitely made the game better because it's another eye seeing the game from a different angle or from different angles, and decisions are made using technology. So it has helped the game a lot, and I believe that umpires should be grateful for that, because what DRS has done, rather than giving the batsman out, making a mistake, and the batsman leaves the field, DRS will give the batsman a second chance.
Buckner recalls officiating in his first ODI World Cup final back in 1992 when Pakistan clashed with England.
World Cup final in Australia when England played against Pakistan. I thought I was having a good series, but that game, I enjoyed that game more than any other. Knowing where I was coming from to get to an World Cup final and performing incredibly well. And in that game, I believe 2 players, a batsman and a bowler, almost clashed, and I say, sorry, you can't spoil my day today. Oh no, you go there, you go there, leave, and everything went well.
The voice there of former ICC international umpire Steve Buckner. Now at Sports Time, St. Jago leads the boys' standings after 15 of 40 finals with 101 points at the 2026 Central Athletics Championships at GC Foster College. They are followed by Edwin Allen and Manchester High on 89 and 46 points respectively. Over on the girls' side, Edwin Allen leads after 15 of 45 finals with 131 points, followed by Homewood Technical on 112 and Veer Technical on 79. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, Edwin Allen went 1-2 in the final of the girls' Class 1 100 meters as Alexi Henry stormed to victory in 11.97 seconds. Her teammate Renicia Edwards took silver in 12.30 seconds, and Rosalie Gilmore of Homewood Technical third in 12.47 seconds. In the Class 1 boys 100 meter finals, Raheem Allison of Clarendon College won in 10.88 seconds, with Romario Finnegan of Edwin Allen second in 10.98 and Kenrick Austin of Edwin Allen third in 11.09 seconds. Now 4 of Jamaica's top male sprinters are set to light up the track at the revamped Gibson McCook Relays inside the National Stadium on February 28 with an explosive men's 60-meter clash headlining the meet. Sprint stars Akeem Blake, Brian Lavelle, Kishane Thompson and O'Dane McPherson will square off in what promises to be one of the marquee events of the annual Relay Carnival. Blake, who has received a wildcard entry in the qualification round for the 2026 World Indoor Championship 60-meter, will use the meet as a crucial tune-up ahead of the global showpiece. His presence adds significant weight to the matchup, which is expected to provide an early indication of Jamaica's sprint prospects on the international indoor stage. The quartet will not have it easy, as they are set to face a competitive field that includes Nishane Edwards, Cajun Ghost, experienced campaigner Rowan Watson, and Canadian speed star Brendan Rodney. Meet organizers said the revamped staging of the Gibson McCook Relays aims to elevate the spectator experience while maintaining its rich tradition as a key fixture on Jamaica's athletics calendar. The men's 60-meter showdown is expected to be a major draw as fans anticipate a high-speed battle between established stars. Meanwhile, tickets for the annual Relay Carnival go on sale starting Wednesday. Prices are set at $5,000 for grandstand finish line, $3,000 for regular grandstand, and an affordable $500 for bleachers, ensuring accessibility for fans across the island. Sticking with athletics news now, as track and field fans can now secure their seats for the 2026 staging of the prestigious Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships, as organizers have announced that tickets are officially available for purchase online. All tickets for the 2026 championships will be sold exclusively through the official platform at tickets.issasports.com. Shalois Michael tells us more.
Patrons are being encouraged to purchase early to take advantage of the user-friendly system, which allows the buyers to select their preferred seats from available options inside the National Stadium. Entry to the championships will be facilitated through a secure QR code system. The QR code may be shown on a mobile device or as a printed copy for admission. Organizers have cautioned patrons to safeguard their QR codes, noting that each code is unique and valid for a single entry per scan. Once used, the code becomes invalid. Season ticket holders will receive one QR code for daily entry scanning and will be provided with a daily access pass in addition to the QR code for entry. Meanwhile, in an exciting development for the future of champs, organizers have announced plans to introduce an Issa fan membership program, starting with the 2027 staging of the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships. Patrons will have the opportunity to register as Issa fan members. The exclusive membership will offer benefits, including the ability to select preferred champs seats, along with additional perks to be announced. Fans are urged to act quickly to secure their seats for what is expected to be another thrilling installment of Jamaica's premier high school athletics showcase. Shalois Michael for Nationwide Sports.
Thanks, Shaloi. Those were your stories making your evening sports report. I'm Oreen Buchanan.
KFC, my mind studying. Right now I'm thinking chicken, famous bowl. Chicken box combo and popcorn chicken, KFC on my mind. It's on my brain, great flavor, great taste like every day. Give me that price. Follow benefit the budget little bit to your pay.
The KFC value menu always has you thinking chicken. Get the chicken box combo for just $680 or get the famous bowl combo for $620 or popcorn chicken combo for $630. KFC, it's finger licking good.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10 or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
I didn't hear you leave. I wonder how am I still here?
This show is your escape, your vibe, your reset.
But I will go down with this shit.
If Urban Paradise ever brings you peace, joy, or a little relief,
surrender.
Come closer.
What you won't do.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
You tried everything, but you don't give up.
Tune in to Cliffviews Online, hosted by George Davis, right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Wednesday, February 25, as we broadcast live from the Jamaica Pegasus, where Regency Petroleum Limited is officially launching QBR Pothole Filler, an innovative asphalt repair product designed to provide permanent solutions to Jamaicans' persistent road maintenance challenges. We all know potholes are a daily frustration, draining public resources and damaging vehicles across the island. QPR changes that story. It's the #1 asphalt repair product in the USA, now available in Jamaica. With ministerial endorsement, QPR aligns with government priorities for safer, more efficient infrastructure while supporting a proudly Jamaican-owned company leading innovation in the energy and construction sectors. So tune in to CliffViews Online, Wednesday, February 25 with George Davis, live from the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel for the official launch of QPR Pothole Filler. This broadcast is brought to you by Regency Petroleum Limited, fueling growth, building Jamaica.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton. Weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Every day, Jamaicans have something to say. In the group chats, on social media, in the streets, there's a place where it all comes together. The comment section. This is not a lecture. This is not a call-in show. This is the hottest topics of the day, filtered through real opinions, real WhatsApp messages, real voice notes, real reactions. You agree, disagree, sound off, text it, voice note it, debate it. Comments section, Monday to Friday from 7 to 7:30 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
He never shies away from taboo topics. Boy Things After Dark.
The most riveting discussions.
Boy Things After Dark.
Topics that are shunned by society.
And everything else in between. Boy Things After Dark with Kareem Boyatings this and every Wednesday from 8 to 11 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
You can't miss.
What's buzzing?
Celebrity outfits.
Is that a hit or a miss?
Bust the odds.
Jamaica's Got Talent.
Wait, where man?
Hot takes.
Talk up the takes.
Actual factual. Life is short. Boy Things After Dark.
Come get your mind blown.
And your curiosity explored.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Turn up the heat with Hot Listing, Nationwide 90 FM's new on-air and online classifieds feature. If you have a car for sale, room for rent, or yard sale come up. If you look at work or need stuff. If you provide a service, make it a Hot Listing, Nationwide 90 FM's new on-air and online classified segment. Your listing plays again and again. From morning till evening. You sing it, we play it. You say it once, Jamaica hears it all day, every hour. Contact our sales team now at 876-630-1210 or sales at nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
Not a mercy. This one is very classic, dedicated to all the schoolers who are taking beats.
If you've ever struggled to pass an exam, then you'll know that students today are under great pressure to get good grades and secure qualification needed to move on to higher education. The problem is that too many students are struggling alone and could really benefit from connecting with hardworking teachers and other bright students in other parts of the country and the region. Join me, Dennis Brooks, this and every Friday evening from 8 to 9, with a repeat on Saturday morning from 8 to 9. For the A-Team, a study group on radio, my team of teachers, students, and experts will break down the syllabus, giving you information, tips, and past paper questions that will help you get top grades in your upcoming exams. Follow us on Facebook Live and on Twitter and be a part of the community. It's the A-Team, Fridays at 8 p.m. with a repeat at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's your free extra class on radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Good evening. Thank you so much for staying with me here on Nationwide at 5. It's time for the nation's business. I'm Ricardo Brooks. Now, the St. Andrews Central Police Division says it's taking measures to prevent a feud from escalating between students from Calabar High and Kingston College. Speaking at a stakeholder engagement meeting at the Halfway Tree Transport Center Tuesday morning, Detective Inspector Kenneth Dennis Edmondson says the fear of a feud stems from an incident last Tuesday at which a Calabar student was injured. The student is believed to have been attacked by a student from Kingston College. The injured Calabar student underwent surgery and is recovering. A student from Kingston College was taken into custody at the Metcalf Street Juvenile Center in relation to the incident. Now, the police say intelligence has led to the division taking steps to prevent what they believe could be a reprisal attack by Calabar students. While not correlating the attack to the event, the police expressed concern that the matter is taking place close to the beginning of the ISA Boys and Girls Champs. The Popular High School Athletics Championship is set to begin on March 24. Now, the police, they're recommending an increase in student searches and surveillance in response to the incident, and they're also calling on parents to teach their students about conflict resolution while also doing what they can to limit truancy. In the meantime, Dean of Discipline at Calabar, Knut Fagan, says the school is working closely with Kingston College to resolve tensions. Speaking with Nationwide News today, Mr. Fagan says the altercation was a result of an ongoing dispute between specific students as opposed to one motivated by a broader conflict between the schools.
What happened on Tuesday of last week was not a school versus school incident. We are looking at a situation where individual students had their run-ins, and this was not a one-off incident. I was told there was some build-up to what happened on Tuesday, and the families unfortunately now have to be dealing with it. As institutions, we have to be interacting with our students. We have to be helping them to understand the facts versus misinformation that is going around.
He says both schools have been working together to resolve the matter.
We are proactive and we have been meeting with our students. We have been having discussions across the schools and just sensitizing them and counseling them, right? So we are hopeful at this point that we will be able to move forward without this escalating.
Knut Fagan, their Dean of Discipline at Calabar High. To discuss further, I'm being joined by Director of Safety and Security in Schools at the Education Ministry, Richard Troop. Mr. Troop, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me.
Good evening. Good evening to you, Sir Brooks, and good evening to your listeners.
All right, let me just take a quick time signal. I'll be right back with you.
Drive the most exciting new vehicles in Jamaica. Schedule your 2024 Ford Ranger pickup or Ford Everest 7-seater SUV test drive now. Call or visit KIG today.
The time by KIG is
6:31. Tensions between Calabar High and Kingston College students and how that's being dealt with. I have with me Richard Troop, Director of the Safety and Security Schools Unit in the Education Ministry. So, Mr. Troop, what's the state of affairs this evening?
First of all, Sir Brooks, let me begin by just commending the Jamaica Constabulary Force, for its proactivity on this particular matter. Their intelligence would have informed them of this potential conflict among students of varying high schools in the corporate area. The Jamaica Constabulary Force would have contacted the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, contacted the schools and other critical stakeholders for us to convene a meeting today at the Transport Center to treat with the matter. It is very unfortunate that two male students, one is in the hospital, as he is recovering from the injuries sustained, and the other, as you would have reported, is at the Metcalf Center. It is very important that the public understands, and as would have been articulated by Mr. Fagan, the Dean of Discipline at Calabar High School, the incident is not related to the upcoming Boys and Girls Champs. The proactivity, though, is in recognition to the fact of the healthy rivalry among our high school and the potential in the context of the close proximity in terms of the timing of this unfortunate incident and the upcoming Boys and Girls Champs. The need for us as critical stakeholders to have a conversation about the potential threat to the lives of students as they traverse the transportation center and other spaces in Arthur So I want to acknowledge and just thank the Jamaica Constabulary Force for that proactivity. Out of the meeting, a number of recommendations were made. First of all, again, I want to commend the schools for responding to the invitation to have this conversation and the spirit in which the conversation was had. It was not to name and shame our institutions, but a recognition that these particular matters have to be treated with a sense of urgency. So what were the recommendations out of the meeting? The leadership of the schools have the responsibility, and they are taking onto themselves the responsibility to have the conversation with their students, the general student population of the respective school, to ensure that they do not believe that this is an incident that is tied to champs, that there is any major conflicts among the schools. It is students of two schools that were involved in a conflict situation, and the friends of the students of the schools have decided that, the matter, they would want the matter to be escalated in defense of the friends that were involved. But the schools took the responsibility of recognizing the importance of having the conversation with their respective students, ensuring that standards are articulated as to what is expected of them, including not to loiter in the bus park or any other space in the Arthur area, as would have been the behavior of many of our students. The recommendation was made for increased visibility of our law enforcement officers in these spaces because their presence makes a significant difference. We have called on our student leaders who were also at the meeting today from Calabar and Kingston College to ensure that they too are very visible in what can be actions to be taken. Yes, and so Peace for Champs is a major campaign leading up to the Boys and Girls Championship, and they were encouraged our school community to ensure that the Peace for Champs campaign is reignited to ensure that the students themselves are demonstrating this friendly, healthy rivalry as they prepare for champs. And so it is a strategy to also diffuse what might be the perception and the fear among a number of our students in the corporate area.
So that sounds like several strategies are being pursued, several steps being taken.
Absolutely.
How confident are you, though, that these measures can contain any possible retaliation?
Very confident. The first thing is that these actions were conceptualized to ensure that the general school community understands the narrative. The more persons misinformation is spread, is the more likely that the tension, the perceived tension, can escalate to cause harm to other students. And so putting that information out there, demonstrating to the general public, but also the students in particular, that there is a bond of friendship among all the schools involved, and the incident itself is one that is isolated. Unfortunate as it is, It is an isolated event that needs to be treated as such. And that's what I mean. All of these recommendations are also low-hanging fruits. These are things that we would normally do. You know, police as visibility in the center, we're asking them to increase that visibility. Peace for Champs is a big campaign leading up to the championship. We are mobilizing our student leaders to recognize that particular activity is important at this time as a part of the strategy to diffuse the tension that might be brewing.
Yeah.
And then the individual schools, the leadership of the schools, taking responsibility to have the conversation with their students and to hold their students accountable for any behavior that is not representing the ethos of the school community.
I remember there was a time, Mr. Troop, when around Champs time it would get very testy, very tense. And sometimes there were even violent encounters. You can confidently say this evening that it is not on a large scale like that what we're seeing now, but just really an isolated incident between students.
Absolutely. And all the stakeholders in the meeting recognize that. And another critical stakeholder that was there and spoke eloquently on the issue was perhaps the need for the alumni, the Past Student Association, also to be very visible and to be more engaged in the lives of the students of the institutions now who are attending school now.
Yeah.
The need for, because look here, the rivalry existed a long time, Sir Brooks.
Yes, true. Yes.
What we are concerned about is the potential risk, yes, as we continue to grapple with the violence in our society and over.
Mr. Troop? Oh, we've lost him. Richard Troop is the director of the Safety in Schools unit at the Education Ministry. Unfortunately, we lost him. We're going to try to reconnect, giving us some perspectives on that stakeholder meeting held today at the Halfway Tree Transport Center in a bid to, cool tensions. There was an incident between two students, one from Calabar High and one from Kingston College, and the authorities are moving proactively to ensure that it doesn't spiral into something bigger, especially as we draw closer to the Boys and Girls Championships. As I said in the past, when Champs was coming around, there was all kinds of drama, right? And sometimes that ended in violence. Mr. Troop is back with us, and you were telling me, Mr. Troop, why you're confident it's not a larger scale problem.
Yeah, I'm confident it is not a larger scale problem because of the conflict situation itself. What is important is for us as critical stakeholders in education, critical stakeholders in our effort to ensure children remain safe, for us to collaboratively treat in this matter. And so the process has started today. The multi-agency approach must be commended. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is leading the charge. We will have a series of smaller meetings leading up to Champs. We will be engaging the critical stakeholders at all levels, including our student leaders. And so we are confident. Having this conversation now on the radio is also very important for our listeners to understand that the issue, as unfortunate as it is not related to the rivalry of Champs.
Yes.
But we understand the risk.
Right.
And so we're being proactive to ensure that we're minimizing that kind of issue happening.
One of the critical stakeholders in education, in anything related to education, are parents.
Yes.
What do you want to see from them going forward?
So again, from the meeting today, recognize that the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica and the National Parent Support Commission are two critical stakeholders that we need to bring to the table moving forward. We recognize that oftentimes, parents, sometimes do not necessarily act on their responsibilities. We're saying parents. We're saying to parents today that we want them to be more proactive. We want them to have a conversation with their children. Children must recognize that they have a personal responsibility for their safety and security. So we are encouraging parents to be encouraging the children to ensure that, one, they are not loitering in these public spaces, that they choose their friends carefully, that they resist the temptation of walking with weapons, because we can see the harm that can be caused as a result of. We are encouraging our parents to have the conversation, to monitor the children, and to keep in touch with their institution. Today, several of the educators who were present at the meeting lament the concern that oftentimes when they make contact with parents to treat with matters concerning their children, they do not show up. Yes, and we're saying that is the kind of behavior we need to keep in. The school is an important agent of socialization for our nation's children. We can't do this alone in terms of molding our children. And so when our school reach out to parents have a responsibility to respond and to respond in a timely manner, because we are all committed to ensure that our children get the best chance to be themselves and to pursue their dreams and aspirations, and no life should be cut short. Yes, because we can't solve our differences without resorting to peace. And so we encourage our parents to ensure that they're having this conversation with their children, and they are encouraging our children to take responsibility for their personal safety and security, because that is important, irrespective of the presence of law enforcement officers in these spaces. It is the behavior of our children, it's the friends that they choose, it's the time they spend unnecessarily in these places where there is a large contingent of children from many schools coming with many issues. Often, that's the reality. And so one of the ways to prevent that is to be more conscious of the choices they are making and their own actions.
Richard Troop, you certainly have my full support, and I hope these strategies contains the issue and there's no further flare-up or any further incident of violence. Richard Troop is the Director of Safety and Security in Schools Unit in the Education Ministry. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Troop. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother. Goodbye.
Right. Have a good one. All right, we're going to go for a quick break, and after the break, for the final time, I will take your calls. The numbers to call are 630-937-124, 618-6730.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
You may have been hearing the teasers. Now it's official. Beginning Monday, February 9, 2026, Nationwide News Network launches something special. The Nationwide Family Club, exclusively on Patreon.
With the Family Club, members get early access to our documentaries before anyone else. Some of your favorite segments, including Cliff Says, What's on My Mind, Cover Story, and others, will now be a click away inside the Family Club. There are 3 tiers of membership. First, Bronze, the Family Insider, behind-the-scenes access, Monday motivational videos, members-only chats, and on-air birthdays and anniversary shoutouts.
Second, Silver, Nationwide VIP. Breaking news alerts, exclusive documentaries, quizzes, personal milestones celebrated on air, and weekly family roll call mentions. Oh, and for our biggest supporters,
our gold category, elite listener, full archive access, early releases, private studio tours, live show experiences, personalized birthday videos, and exclusive live streams. From historic election coverage to lifetime, impact, Jamaican milestones, and rare archive content. This is Nationwide like you've never seen it before. The Nationwide Family Club, coming to you February 9, 2026 on Patreon.
Join the family, support Nationwide 90 FM.
the station that informs, entertains, and educates. Visit patreon.com/Nationwide News Network. That's patreon.com/Nationwide News Network. Nationwide Family Club, where you are family, because we see you as family.
Back with you on Nationwide at 5, taking your calls now, 630-937-124, 618-6730. Alric, good evening.
Ricardo, good evening.
Good evening, my friend.
I'm not saying goodbye, but I'm a little hurt. I don't know if you remember when you came and your antenna started running the morning show, the big show.
Yes.
And we got accustomed to your antenna.
Yes.
And I can distinctly remember one morning you said you would give anything to meet me in Cleveland.
Yes.
That's because you were always calling. And when I came to the cookout, I met you. And we have developed, all the nationwide callers and the YouTubers have developed a relationship with you. And you have grown in the position.
Mm-hmm.
And you were moved from the big show to where you are now. You did a couple programs at Cliff, and you have grown, my friend. You have grown. And we go to respect you. We know that you are young, and the world is open to you to do whatever you want to do. Take care of yourself, my friend. Be good. Remember your nationwide family. And the world is yours to soar as an eagle.
Thank you so much, Alric. I appreciate it. Good evening, my friend.
Good evening.
630-937-124, 618-6730. Cleveland.
Mr. Ricardo.
Mr. Cleveland.
This is my last time I'm going to talk to you on radio. I'm going to miss you. But anyhow, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Wherever you go, you will do well. So what? We're going here where you're going now. We'll hear you otherwise.
I'm sure at the appropriate time you will know where I've gone.
Okay. But you will be here in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's all right. We, in integrity people, man, JFJ, they always have a pick for the JLP. And when PMP say anything or do anything, you don't hear nothing from them.
Yes.
So I don't mind Mr. Dr. Chang blasting them.
Okay.
See? They're not fearing the discussion and the comment. No wonder the American ambassador did come here and tell me what was happening. You see? Because that man, Mr. Wendy Myers, right? Up to now, him don't give up a fair answer to the question of what happened with the PMP. He's just going round and going round. You see? And they must be honest, man, in what they're doing. They check on the JLP and say things and get away from it. And they don't even apologize about nothing. Nothing, all when they're wrong, they don't come up and say nothing. You see?
Hear you.
Stop it. Anyway, I hang up that somebody else can talk.
All right, my brother. 630-937-124, 618-6730. I see all the assumptions about what I'm going to do next. Most of them, or all of them so far, are wrong. But I've enjoyed my time with you YouTubers. You've annoyed me sometimes. I've annoyed you sometimes. But I've appreciated the exchange of ideas. Yeah. I really have. And for all of you who are saying that you're going to miss me, I will miss you too. I'll miss you too. Since says Marigold, come forth. Big up Marigold every single times. She has always stood by me and supported me. Dawn, good evening.
Hey Ricardo, how are you?
I am better for hearing from you.
Well, I'm so sad. But I'm happy for you because I know you're going to do well wherever you go. And you know how much I love you. And I really couldn't allow this evening to pass and don't pray to you. Ricardo, go with God.
Thank you.
And you're going to do well.
Thank you.
I'm going to miss you because you know that I live at Nationwide. It's my home.
Yes.
And I'm certainly going to miss you big time. But I wish you well, and I know you will do well. This is all I have to say to you this evening.
And I appreciate
Go
it.
with God, Ricardo. God bless you.
Thank you so
and
much.
And I love you.
I love you too.
Remember, you always have a home at Nationwide.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, Don. 630-937-124, 618-6730. East Central. East Central? East Central? No, not hearing East Central. 630-937-124, 618-6730. Thank you. I can't read all of the comments on YouTube, but thank you all so much. For the outpouring of support. No Donna Oates, that's not where I'm going. No Bertie, not where I'm going at all. But thank you all. I see the outpouring of support, and I appreciate it. Gramlaw says Ricardo is a kind of dictator, but I respect him as a thinker. Have I been a dictator, Gramlord? How that? So it's become telling son can't say certain things and can't come over here and just malign people. Anthony.
Ricky, what are going?
I'm alright, how are you?
Alright, so you are going now, Ricky. I'm good. And when I say goodbye, make sure say you pay your membership fee in the Nationwide.
In the family club.
Yes. So you will always be here. But
I always be family.
We have watched you, and we are proud of you. I'm not surprised Nora is working this evening because she might. You need to make a video to see if Nora cry here.
Nora is good, man. I went to lunch with her today. She's good. Nora is good.
Okay. All right. Good. But Ricardo. Just a quick touch on the Dr. Chang's comment.
Yes.
Ricardo, I heard you ask the NIA gentleman if Dr. Chang should apologize, and he said Dr. Chang should do the right thing. That means all of us out here should apologize, because what Dr. Chang said is what we have been observing and saying a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And all we're asking for place like JFG or NIA or whatever is that we're just asking for some balance. I have a police friend, Ricardo, who was shot and killed over in Arnett Garden.
Yeah.
I mean, good guy. Good guy. You understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, until this day, we have never heard none of them, JFJ, none of them ever said anything in regard. He was just responding to a call, and he got shot and killed, left his wife and kid and child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that when people put their life on the line to serve, I mean, they left their family to go there to serve, and some of them don't go back home, and we don't hear JFG and those persons sympathetic to those cause. But as a shooting or whatever, sometimes you don't know. And Ricky, I grew up in the ghetto, you know. I grew up in the ghetto. I know some of the things. Sometimes the people them ask you, I go them one go, they go protest. Them have to go, they go protest.
I've heard that before. Yes, I've heard that.
And things. So we just ask some balance, and I understand where Dr. Chang's frustration comes from, and we have been saying it a long time. So apologize, no way, and that's it. My brother, all the best. I mean, I'll tell you who's going to take care of you when you reach where you are, but I'm not to act out for here, because you don't know, but all the best.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. 876-630-937-124, 876-618-6730. Can we take one more? Oh, no. Bookse, that's it. Bookse, wrap it up. So, on behalf of our producer, Dana Davey, Bugs, the man behind the control, my colleagues in the newsroom, very best in the business, thank you all so much. All my callers over these last 5 years, contributors, thank you all so much. Those I've sparred with. You know, somebody asked me on Twitter what was my favorite interview, and I think it was an interview I did. I thought about it, and it was an interview I did on Nationwide this morning with then DPP Paul Llewellyn. And I appreciated the interview because, and I think I've said this before, it was very testy, very, very testy. And after the interview, she called me and she said to me that I must never lose that courage and tenacity. And I appreciated that. So big up Paula Vanessa Llewellyn one time. Thank you all to all of my colleagues, everybody here at Nationwide. And so for the final time, hosting Nationwide at 5, I'm Ricardo Brooks. It has been an honor and a privilege. Good evening.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets,
Turn up the heat with Hot Listing. Nationwide 90 FM